nutrients.
Governor,
It's not like just the first rule cast in stone.
my good governor, it is not for the person to feel motivated by that sentence. That's why there was something called public participation and involvement of the chief, the Likuru, the ward agriculture officer. If it were in their minutes, we will see clearly they being motivated to look for an option to do that. That's why I'm raising this concern and asking our good Waziri, give us the memo that came from your office to guide. And in fact, it now brings me to, do you even have a policy that guides these farm inputs? Yes.
Can we go maybe question by question? Because I was asking many questions at the same time.
You can respond to
Okay.
each.
At the same time.
How many of you about? You can disaggregate. Start with the first one.
You know, we say we are procuring seed for poor people, seed. So you cannot give a condition that we must be able to acquire fertilizer. It's self-defeating. If you cannot buy seed, how can you buy fertilizer? So our focus is seed. And we're talking about seed. There's got nothing to. This one is a misplaced statement by a chairman. We should be held personally accountable for doing this minutes because no one knows what they were told. It's not a requirement. And Chair, please get it from me because I'm the guest in charge of that county and I know what I'm doing there. I've not made any requirement for fertilizer as a precondition for getting maize seed. It's not there.
Maize can grow in Trans Nzoia without fertilizer.
You can boost it with manure. Yeah, and actually we're moving away from some of these artificial fertilizers like DAP. The national government put 76 million shillings on the budget for fertilizer in Trans Nzoia. It was supposed to be a conditional grant. It was on our budget. We never saw a single cent. If we had gotten that money, we would have been able to supply both seed and fertilizer. And we'll be in a better place. Not be talking about 3 years, be talking about 2 years. To sufficiency of food security at the household level.
So,
Maybe you can move the next question, the policy question.
let me just take members through. And I will request now that governors stepped in to say that is an erroneous requirement, that the county government now submits to us the other minutes, and I want to Secretariat, can you check all the other minutes if that sentence appears on the criteria for the seat. Now, looking at according to the 2009 county fact sheet democratic data, Trans Nzoia County had a total population of 990,341 with 811 residing in rural areas. Down there, finally, in terms of agricultural engagement, 129 households were involved in crop production, 96,800 households in livestock production, and 6,636 households participated in other farming-related activities. Now, having that statement that either one can procure fertilizer or they can apply manure, from an informed point of view as a ministry, what are the numbers of the poor farmer who has manure based on the latest survey that you've done that can now encourage manure to be applied on 2 kilograms of seed maize?
Governor, did you bother to find out who has manure or you just gave seed? I think that's the long and short of the question. And then the policy question, respond to the policy question. That was.
You know, Chairman, the problems of the rural farmers are very many. As a county, we are addressing one now, which is seed. We give you seed. If you're going to get artificial fertilizer, get manure and plant with it, so be it. But we have given you seed, go and plant. Because the problem was, they were not even planting certified seed. They'll get this year's harvest, get the best product, put it on some fireside, not be able to dry it properly, the following year they plant it. And production is going down, down, down. So we stepped in as government to provide certified seed. All these other things are also important. Fertilizer is important, manure is important. But for us, it's not our main concern. The main concern is to reach as many farmers as possible in terms of certified seed. And we're struggling. This year we did very well because Kenya Seed had previously quoted the price of 690. We through government intervention, they were able to revise it downward to 420, enabling us to procure almost double. So we reach very many farmers, but not all of them. We want to strive to reach as many farmers as possible, just in terms of certified maize seed first. Then now we'll see as a county if we can now start coming in terms of fertilizer. Even if you're just providing maybe 2 kilos or 4 kilos, because not very many farmers can actually procure fertilizer. Even the subsidy by the government, you supply fertilizer, you put it in a store, and just 2 farmers, big ones, they'll come and clear everything. One farmer wants to go and pick 1 bag of fertilizer, is traveling 20 kilometers, really it's not economical. So that was not just look like it.
Sure. Let me ask you a question just to so are you saying that your fertilizer initiative aligns well with the bottom-up transformation initiative?
The seed.
So you are
the seed initiative aligns well with that better.
So you actually ascribe.
I want the national government.
Transformation.
I want the national government to come to Trans-Nzoia and benchmark that indeed is possible, even for this bottom-up economic transformation agenda, to provide even free fertilizer. All counties in the world subsidy farmers.
Which you believe in now.
Chair.
Even before reading that blueprint.
Excellent. But now wait, I mean, what is the total acreage that was planted, the seed that you gave? What total acreage was planted under that seed? I think that's an important question.
The crops guy can respond.
Yes.
For the information.
And what is the projected food target? What is the projected production that you as a county expect out of that initiative?
I want to get before you respond. Chairman, I think I don't know if it's in order for the governor to say that their concerns is only to provide seeds. The concern is food production. We want to enhance food production. So you must be able to know, by the time you're giving this farmer some seeds, suspect seeds, then you must also have a follow-up on the output. How much food is being produced in that place? Out of the knowledge you have provided, how much food has been produced? And how many acres have been covered? But if you see only your concerns are only to give seeds, that is not right.
No, that you didn't get me right.
Food security is your concern. You want to enhance food security.
Well, you didn't get me right. I said in food production, there are many components. Yes. The government now is providing technical input through our extension officers, and we are applying seed for the farmer. If we get adequate resources, we can still provide fertilizer. But we know the number of farmers and the amount of land that they have cultivated this year. We have projections on how much maize could be produced this year. And we have consistently increased the production since we began this program. Production has been growing up every year. I think this year we're projecting 6.2. We are projecting 6.2 million bags of 9 kilograms. Yeah, and Trans-Nzoia, I think is the second largest producer of maize. Yeah.
So, I mean, when did you start this program for the government? When did you start the program?
It was the 3rd year.
This is the 3rd year?
Yeah, and every year you can see progress in terms of production.
So, what's the success that you are going to tell us? You have a success story to tell us that from the first year to this year.
Yes, actually for the last 3 years we have added 1 million bags from 5.2 to 6.2 million.
Okay.
Yeah.
Through the chair, I want to appreciate these seats, but I want to ask a very critical question. These are names that I have. The rubber stamps are there, all of them. From the first page, there is no date. Rubber stamps throughout, very fresh rubber stamps, but there is no date. That is number one. Number two, we have given.
What do you mean fresh?
The ink is as new as Dodo. I can hand over my file to chair. The rubber stamps are fresh. There are no dates on the rubber stamps.
How does a fresh rubber stamp look like?
Just as it you presented it, Governor.
Chairman, that's why I was asking.
No, it's okay, it's okay.
It is very clear. You can hand over the file to him.
Governor, I also do not have expertise in freshness. I can only look through my eyes.
My eyes are fresh. I'm young and smart.
So what is it now?
No,
Let him proceed.
whoever thinks about it knows what he's thinking. Now I'm asking through the chair.
That's the question.
These seats as we give, I'm getting good projections. Do we have data of how much each farmer harvested? Because we are running into a problem in this country where we are giving farm inputs for free over and over, but no institution is giving us returns and value for the benevolence of the national government or benevolence of the county governments. And we must ensure our farmers are self-sustaining moving forward. Do we have data that Alubina from Machewa got 2 kilos, harvested this, and it's a good projection, tabulated as part of evaluation and reporting?
We have, Chair. We have that information, but for this session, we are focusing on this year. I can't really give you that information because we are yet to harvest. You have to wait until we harvest, then we'll know how much maize the farmer has harvested from the seed that we've distributed. But if we go backwards, we can give the exact figures. Of course, we can't go to every farmer, but we can do an average and see these farmers have increased their production by this much.
Thank you.
But the data is there. If you want us to avail it, include in the list of documents, give us 1 week, every document will be here.
As I finish, because I'll still come back, why I'm asking that is the national government, using their village elders, they assist government in getting data of those vulnerables to get subsidized fertilizer. And if pushed or asked, they can table results. How many extension services officers are you using to give us feedback? Proceed, Waziri.
Waziri can respond with the permission of the...
Through the chair, thank you. As a county, we have a number of extension personnel categorized as the county government, and 2 we have the agripreneurs. For agripreneurs, we have a total of 167 employed by the national government, and for the county government, we have a total of 247. Whilst the ward agricultural officers, sub-county agricultural officers, and the field agricultural officers. So we work as a team. Thank you.
And do these people do their work? Because I said by now, the question I have asked, they need to have given you feedback. Because that is a very huge number of people with the boots on the ground.
Yes, they do. I personally go out with my officers here and give a weekly report to His Excellency the Governor. We do.
So through the chair, I will request that in the next 7 days, they submit to us the 2023-2024 projected outcome of the maize and the actual, because the data, they have given us the data of every farmer. Every farmer.
We do have the projection with us.
And now I want us, the same way the spirited filing of the beneficiaries, we are looking forward to get what the farmer harvested out of the benevolence of the state, so that we can be able to evaluate, is it adding value to Kenyans or we are wasting taxpayers' money? Second question with regard to harvesting, Honorable Chair. We are talking about harvesting. What is the post-management practices of this maize that we have given to the farmer? post management. Take us there.
Governor, I think your CCM has a very powerful voice. You could respond.
Yes. Thank you. Through the chair, we want to indicate that as a county government, we are so much concerned with the post-harvest losses. And through the national government, we received 2 dryers for Saboti and 2 dryers for Mavuno and Cherengani sub-counties. We also had a program, KSF Cereal, that provided us with mobile dryers, which we use for our small farmers. And then as a county government, we have 2 big dryers that are usually hired. So we're in process of managing. Thank you.
Chair devolution, allow me to execute this matter.
Let I finish.
Waziri, can you take us step by step? How many dryers does the county government have?
Through the chair, I want to indicate that in Trans Nzoia County we have warehouses. In these warehouses, which we identified, some of them got dryers from the national government. And I can cite, we have Kapsitwet in Kwanza constituency that received a dryer. Then we have Mavuno in Cherengani that received a dryer from the national government. Subsequently, we also have other donor-funded projects, and in this case, I want to cite the KSF Cereal project that was then in Trans Nzoia County. It is no longer in the county. We received 8 mobile dryers, and this targeted the small-scale farmers. As a county government, we also...
Just pause there.
Thank you.
The Kapsitwet dryer, who's running the Kapsitwet? It's government funded to a cooperative.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
The Mavuno dryer is a cooperative, right?
Yes.
What about Suwerwa, Huruma?
It is a cooperative, but it did not receive the national dryer.
Now,
Yeah.
that tells you the committee knows, right? What about the county dryers that were purchased 2018, 2019?
For the case of Sinyereri,
Yes.
when we assumed office, there was a stalled dryer at Sinyereri Cooperative.
Yes.
We tried to look for ways of repairing, but the information we were given by the mechanics and those people who operate that there were no spare parts to match the said dryer. And that's why up to date, we were unable to source where the dryers were bought from and how we can repair. So as we talk, the dryer is still there.
And not working.
Not working.